This is a new and updated guide on how to trim the Ergon GP5 bar end in case you want to use one. Most small wheel and foldable bicycles have shorter, compact, straight bars that do not allow for a very comfortable seating position. If you happen to own a Brompton bicycle, you have the choice of at least 4 different handlebar types, and that's a huge benefit because you can choose something that's very comfortable or something like a straight bar that is designed for an aggressive, sporty stance as you're riding. The straight bar is going to give you an excellent aerodynamic riding position, but the problem is nobody can continue riding in that position for very long without feeling discomfort. And if you want to use the same bar for a long weekend trip, it's going to be really uncomfortable. Now, even in case of the Brompton, which provides a P-bar, which is a combination of a high bar and a straight bar, plus some space on the right, so there you have really a huge number of variations as you how you can grab the handlebar. Still, you have the problem that the P-bar is a heavy and non-ergonomic bar. Unlike a comfortable grip like the Ergon GP5, the P-bar really does not present anything more than a curved tube for you to hang on. So it's really not a comfortable grip, even though you can vary from a very aggressive stance to a very comfortable stance. So pretty much the best solution for you, whether it's a Brompton you're modifying or any other bike, is to put on a bar end. Bar ends are very light, very versatile, and if you're using the Ergon, it's truly a magnificent product. I've been using them for years, and I can only say good things about them. Unfortunately, the GP5 takes up an awful lot of space on your handlebar straight out of the box. I'm not sure why it was made to be so wide. Maybe there are some people who have cyclops hands, but for most people, such a wide grip is simply not necessary. So if you don't have enough space, as many of us do not, you're going to have to trim the handlebar, and I have figured out a way to do that. The first step is to measure everything accurately and plan out the placement of the grip. Go to the Ergon website and get the exact measurement of the grip you wish to install. If you have a folding bicycle, fold it fully and make sure that the correct measurement, the correct size of your new Ergon grip fits even when the bike is fully folded. The next step is to measure your hand width. I would recommend you leave an extra half an inch just to be sure that the grip is going to fit comfortably. And when you're done with the measurement, use a colored tape to wrap around the grip exactly at the point where you want the cut to be made. To cut the grip, I sharpened a kitchen knife, and with a really sharp knife, you should have no problem cutting through the plastic. What I did was I cut around at first, and there are 2 kinds of plastic. The outer layer is a softer comfort plastic, and the inner layer is a more structural, much harder plastic. So I went around until I cut through the softer part, and when I got to the hard part, I started using more of a saw kind of back and forth motion, just pressing down gently. If the knife is sharp enough, it's going to cut through the plastic, and the cut is going to be fairly smooth. Here is my cut. This is the result of my kitchen knife job. It does not look perfect. It's not as good as if factory made, but it does the job. And since I have a bell or some switch mounted right next to the grip, nobody is even going to see that I cut the grip myself. Would this method work with a cork Ergon grip? Ergon now sells a number of grips in an cork material, and I have the feeling the same method would work. The cork is probably only on the outside of the grip. The inner structure is probably still made out of plastic, and you cannot apply most saws to a cork material. I think it's just too sensitive of a material to apply a saw to, so I would use a sharp kitchen knife even if I had a cork grip. Yes, I would use the same method. I cannot advise it, I've never tried it, but I would do it.